You arrive at Bullworth. Not Jimmy, you.
I can't believe this.
There, boy, in the main building. Don't keep Dr. Crabblesnitch waiting. He's a brilliant man. Brilliant.
Big gates slam shut behind you, and right away something feels off. Not dangerous, just wrong.
Tell me, why should I waste my time on you?
I don't know.
Because it's my calling. It's what I do. You excel at causing trouble, and I excel at fixing little boys like you.
At first, it's almost funny. Rich kids pretending they run the world, tough kids pretending they don't care, jocks pretending this is the highlight of their lives. Everyone's angry, everyone's fighting, and nobody can tell you why. It's just how things are. That's what they tell you. That's what everyone believes. Until Gary finds you.
Hey, you're the new kid. Yeah? What's it to you?
No dramatic entrance, no warning. He just starts talking. Like he already knows you. Like he's been waiting. They'll tell you he's crazy, paranoid, unstable, too far gone. But listen, like really listen. Gary's not talking about the fights. He's talking about patterns. About how everyone here acts the same, thinks the same,
I mean, my plan for us to take over the school.
falls into the same roles, like they don't have a choice, like something is pushing them. He keeps looking over his shoulder, lowering his voice, like the walls might hear him. And here's the problem. The longer you stay, the more that feeling spreads. Because Bullworth doesn't feel like a school. It feels controlled, like everything is happening on purpose. Gary doesn't want to mess with you, he wants out. And he thinks you can help. Not because you understand, but because you don't hesitate. Because when something's in your way, you remove it. So now you have a choice. Ignore him or follow him. You follow him. Because deep down, you feel it too. This place isn't normal. And Gary might be the only one telling the truth. Every system has a center. At Bullworth, it's Dr. Crabblesnitch.
What?
At first, he's exactly what you expect. Strict, cold, doesn't care about you. Just another authority figure.
I've never met a boy like you.
But then when you start noticing things, this place is chaos. Fights, bullying, constant tension. And yet, it never spirals out of control. Not once. That's not coincidence. That's design. He doesn't stop the violence. He uses it. Keeps everyone divided,
You and me, Biff!
focused on each other. Too distracted to ever look up. Too busy to ever question anything. And then there's you. Every problem you touch goes away. Not peacefully, but effectively. You expect punishment. You never get it. Instead, you get pointed, directed, handle it. And you do. Of course you do. Because that's what you've always done. And slowly, without realizing it, your role changes. You're not surviving the system anymore. You're maintaining it. Gary saw what this place was and tried to break it. You're making it stronger, cleaner, more efficient. You're not a student. You're infrastructure. And the worst part, it feels like winning. By now, something's clear. This place isn't broken. It's working exactly as intended. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Take the nerds. You thought they were harmless?
Pea stain!
Background noise, but look closer. They didn't build a hangout. They built a fortress. Weapons, defenses, escape routes. They're not playing games. They're preparing, because they figured it out. No one is coming to help them. not teachers, not adults, no one. And then there's the cafeteria, Edna. It was always a joke, right? The food, the coughing.
Nice!
Ah, shut up, kid. It adds flavor to it. You wanna give it a go?
Sure.
Disgusting trays. But what if it's not a joke? What if it's control? Food that slows you down, clouds your head, takes just enough out of you, so that you never have the energy to push back. And the ones who resist, the ones who don't fall in line, they disappear.
You gotta get me out of here!
Not completely, but worse. They become the townies. Still there, just outside. Zoe, the others. No uniforms, no rules, no place in the system. They're not failures. They're what happens when the system can't control you. And Bullworth keeps them close. Right outside the gates, where everyone can see them. A reminder, a threat, a promise. This is what happens if you don't fit. And then it all comes to an end. Or at least that's what it feels like. You fight your way through the school, one problem after another, one clique after another, until there's only one thing left. Gary.
I've been waiting. Let the games begin.
The villain. The crazy one. The one who tried to warn you.
It's me! I won!
You are sad, man.
I might be sad, but I run your world, moron! And don't you forget it! You did all my dirty work for me, Hopkins. You're like a puppet, only dumber!
And you stop him. Of course you do. Because that's what you've been trained to do. Remove the problem, restore order, and when it's over, everything feels calm. Too calm. Gary is dragged away. No more questions, no more warnings, just silence. And for a second, you win. You actually believe it. The school is better. Things make sense again. You fixed it. Didn't you? Look again. The fights are gone. The chaos is gone. Everything is perfect. Exactly how it should be. Exactly how they wanted it. And you? You're still here. Still standing at the center of it all. Not fighting anymore. Not questioning anymore. Just maintaining. You didn't break the system. You completed it. You proved it works. Because if it can take someone like you, someone unpredictable, and turn you into this, then it can control anyone. Gary wasn't the villain. He was the glitch. And you're the patch.